I would like to recall on the task that I've given to you on the short essay. Kan? I've given to you 4 short essay, case study, 4 short case study, and I just want to discuss the answers, okay, relating to the case study. Because from my reading, okay, when I read your answers, when I read your feedback, it looks like you are just copying. Most of you, not all, but most of you are just copying the case study. You are not finding, you are not taking out what are the issues from the case study. Okay, you are not sharing with me what are the things that they want to share from the case study. Okay, so when I give you case study, actually I want to see how far you understand. Okay, how far you understand from the theory that I teach you, and how to apply in a practical, in a real situation. So when I give you case study, when you read case study, you should find something that related to what we have discussed in our class. It must have relate somewhere in some topic. Okay, that's the use of case study. So when you do a lot of case study, when you read a lot of case study, then you can see clearly what are the topics in the textbook that you have read, that we have discussed, what are the, how to apply in a real situation. Okay, so let's look at the first case study. Our case study was taken from the chapter Purchasing and Supply Strategy. So basically, logically, every case study that I have shared with you to explain or to relate with the purchasing and supply theory that I have discussed with you. How to see, how to relate all the theoretical things that we've learned to connect it with the real environment. Okay. So if you look at the first case study, okay, who can recall, or who can just give me a short introduction on the case study? What is the case study is about? Who can recall? Who remember? Who remember about the case study?
It's about satellite, Doctor.
Okay, good. Lagi?
Speed Factory.
No, no. This is for the first case study only. This is on the first case study. What else? What else do you remember about the first case study?
It's about mini satellite. They
Uh-huh.
able to develop mini satellite that is more low cost. So many and yeah, it also have the same function with the satellite, the big satellite.
Okay, good. Who else? Thank you, Firdaus. Dengan siapa tadi yang first tadi tu? Okay, who else? Remember? What are the issues brought up from the case study? Okay, good. Smaller and cheaper. They can build smaller and cheaper. Okay, what else do you remember? Cheap but reliable. Okay. So it is basically it's a story. It's a case on a company who built a satellite. So basically, the nature of building a satellite, is it cheap or expensive? Nature of the product.
Expensive, madam.
Yes, it's very expensive, kan? So not all countries, not all company, or not just a single person can buy satellite, kan? It comprises of a lot of parts, kan? Dia ada macam-macam parts untuk disambung untuk membina satellite. So previously, there is very few manufacturer yang mengeluarkan satellite, kan? Tapi this company, what's the name of the company? Apa nama company ni?
I think SSLT.
SSLT ni kan? SSLT ni, they manage to produce satellite which is cheap and reliable. Kan? So from here, if you can see at the end of the paragraph in the case study tu, dia kata what distinguish us. What's the meaning of distinguish? Distinguishes tu, what's the meaning of distinguishes?
Competitive advantage.
Distinguish, no, it's not tak tepat. Distinguish, what's the meaning of distinguish? Difference, the differences. Okay, what distinguish us, apa yang membezakan mereka dengan company lain is our vertically integrated capability from design and research to manufacturing and operation. So it says here that what distinguish them, okay, apa yang membezakan business company mereka dengan company satellite yang lain ialah they have their own supply chain. They have vertically integrated, okay, capability. Dia ada bahagian design, dia ada their own R&D department, they have their own consultancy punya services, and then dalam satu apa dia punya company tu dia ada semua bahagian-bahagian department. Dia ada design, dia dah design, dia ada sempat yang buat part yang diperlukan. So it shows here that they don't rely on outsourcing or other supplier. If they have to rely on other suppliers, then they cannot control the cost of the satellite. Kan? Logik tak? Boleh relate tak? Kan? We learn from our last chapter on supply chapter kan. There is a lot of supplier. If you are doing a normal business kan, you have to manage a lot of supplier. You have to have a good relationship kan. You have to, have a good contract dengan with them. Okay. But this company in order to control their product, they build themselves. They have their own in-house punya supplier. So they don't have to rely on others. Logically, when you have to rely on outside supplier, you have to compete with the price. Okay, you have to compete with the price because not only you are not the only one who is buying from them. Again, so it's different. So from this case study, from the first case study, it shows that sometimes if you want to control the price, you cannot depend on too many suppliers. You have to have your own in-house supply. Okay, clear tak? You clear with the first case study? Okay, Kahmun said it's clear. What about others? Are you clear with the first case study? Are you clear with the issues that they want to brought up? Okay, this is the issues of supplier, purchasing and supply. You have learned, okay, last time we have discussed this. Jadi macam mana nak memilih supplier, apakah fungsi supplier dan sebagainya, macam mana. So from this case study, it shows that they can manage the price, to control the price if they have their in-house supply. Okay. Sometimes you can, but sometimes you cannot. It depends on the business you are doing. Okay. All right. What about the second case study? Who remember what it's about? The second case study.
Gig economy.
Bukan ke yang apa tu? SoftBank tu ke? Contrasting vertical integration ke? Oh, ni outsourcing. Kan? Bukan yang
Laju dia outsourcing dan gig economy sekali.
Oh, bukan yang SoftBank tu ke? Oh, gig economy ya. Tapi the third one? Adidas. Oh. Yang keempat, do you have 3 or 4 case study?
Local sourcing, local source.
Oh, local outsourcing. Which one? Wait. Oh, this one. Yang where supply chains meet the customer tu. Okay, kita tengok yang outsourcing and the gig economy ya. Kita tengok in this case study it tries to explain, it tries to share with you service provider. So untuk service provider, dia kata kat sini Li Lui ni he or she kot kan, she managed to handle her own business, doing a freelance business by herself dekat at her house saja. Okay, she doesn't need to have an office, she doesn't need to have to have a macam doesn't need to apa orang kata ada stok dan sebagainya kan. Just do the thing in her house only. Tapi dalam masa yang sama, at the same time, she has a good relationship dengan market dia, dengan market player dia. Kan, it says here that she have a network over 5,000 freelancers in 70 countries. It shows that what? What do you understand from this information? What do you understand from this information? Okay, it shows that when you want to do a business, you cannot just, although you are doing freelance job or you are doing a freelance business, you have to have your own cycle, your own circles. Okay, here it says that dia ada dalam group, macam group WhatsApp lah kot kan, WhatsApp freelancer. Okay, so dia ada dia punya own cycle dengan dia punya same type of business. So dia boleh share dia punya knowledge, dia boleh share dia punya skill, dia boleh share services dia dalam masa yang singkat saja. Dan Kahmun said that best communication with your client, and she can communicate with her client. Mudah saja untuk communicate dengan klien. Okay? So it shows that it is very important when you want to do business that you have to have your own a good relationship with other you punya circles lah, you punya, it's not to say competitors, because sometimes in service punya ni, it is hard to compete sebab contohnya macam dalam business ni lah kan, freelance ni, people will base on your skills and your final work. Okay, so it's not like you are competing. You are competing in terms of you punya expertise kan dalam nak menghasilkan servis tu. Servis. Dia biasanya services ni orang akan orang kata people will promote it mouth to mouth. Kan, kalau servis kan, kalau contohnya you pergi spa, one spa, if you go to one of the spa in KL and then the service is very good, and then you can directly viral dekat dalam Facebook you. Okay, so itu yang berlaku dalam for this type of business, freelance business. Okay, although you don't have a supplier, but you still have to have a good connection with the people with the people that have the same interest dengan you, with you. Now we can see that people are interested in planting kan. We have nowadays pokok keladi viral and all that kan. So kalau kita tengok dalam Facebook, if you look at the Facebook, they have their own groups. Kan, they have their own groups and they share the information. So all of the people around Malaysia can see your product and can buy your product online. For example, my husband starting in this business lah, he enjoy doing this planting punya business. And sometimes he post the plant, the pokok tu, to Sabah, to Kelantan, to Johor, Pahang dan sebagainya, everywhere, by just promoting in the Facebook. Okay, so they have their own groups, they have their own cliques. So when you want to do business, you cannot just do sengap, you don't do promotion, you don't viral your product. Who will know? Kan? How how will you communicate with your client or your customer, right? Okay. Are you clear with the second case? Okay, let's look at the third one. The third one is, okay, maybe the last one for case study. Sorry, I think I have, wait. Sorry, wait. I have to do something here. Okay. Okay, let's look at the last case, the Adidas case, Adidas, right? Okay, what are the things that you remember about this case? What are the issue that they want to highlight from this case?
Lalu banyak outsourcing.
Okay, good. What else? What else do you remember?
Bila terlalu banyak outsourcing, dia pun mula factory bayar. Nak hantar negara satu lagi, lepas tu hantar satu negara.
Yeah, when you have, so the issues in this Adidas case study is there are too many outsourcing for this product. It's just a shoes, but they have a lot of area of of producing or making the shoes. So apa yang berlaku? What happened is that when there is so many place that you outsources your product, it will be a delay. Ataupun macam kita tengok dia punya problem yang he stated in the case study is that it takes a long time to replenish balik produk tu dekat kedai, kan? Kalau out of stock, kalau hari ni you out of stock, you have to wait long time to get a new stock. Okay, so at the end, what did they do? They open a new plant yang can assemble everything. Kan? They open a new plant and they can assemble and everything, although they cannot manage to produce a lot, but they manage to kurangkan jarak, delay tu. Kan? Dia kurangkan delay of time tu untuk kita restock balik dekat kedai-kedai. Okay? Alright. So I hope you understand case study yang I have share with you. So okay. So and I hope you can relate dengan topik yang kita belajar lah, purchasing and supply. So kalau dalam case Adidas ni tadi, kita belajar tentang outsourcing, kan? Apa ni, it is good to outsource sometimes, it is good, but if it too much like this case, it will burden your company. Sometimes you nanti if you also if you delay too long, then you cannot compete dengan competitors you. Ada brands yang dah restock balik, tapi brand you tak boleh nak restock lagi sebab lambat. You kena wait kat sini, you kena hantar kat situ dan sebagainya. Okay, so sometimes it's better when you can assemble everything in one factory. Okay, setakat ni semua faham? You guys clear? Okay, inshallah we will move on to next chapter, process technology strategy. Okay, before we start, I would like to give you 5 to 7 minutes for you to find a short video regarding a new technology. In any type of business, you can share, not too long. Maybe the video just 3 or 4 minutes only. But I just want to see, I want you to share with your friends about new technology and what the technology can do to your life or to your product. Okay, can you do that? We will meet again around 10:40 or 10:39, something like that. Okay, all right, thank you. So nanti saya akan panggil untuk share first video nanti Nadia lah, Nadia. Nur Nadia Hanim, okay? You stand by for the first video, and then Alia Azman, and then Dahlia Arisa, okay? You guys stand by your video. And the rest also, maybe I will call out some names. Okay? Okay, start finding now.